And that note, we are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode number 88 of No Bucks Given right here on the Horny Goat YouTube channel and the Horny Goat Podcast Network, wherever you listen to us from your podcasting platforms. It's been a while. It's been a couple of days since you've seen or heard from us whatsoever. I hope we're live. Jesus Christ, I hope we're live. Oh, God, fucking live. Okay, we are. Thank God. We've been gone for a couple days.
Since you've been gone.
Since you've been gone. I got Basement. I got Heather. I got JP with me this fine evening. How y'all doing this evening?
Ready for bed. It's been a long couple days.
It doesn't. Friday, we had to go to my grandkids had their grandparents' day at their school, so we went to that, which was pretty neat. Yesterday, we went to the apple orchard, and then we came home, and then today we did our pumpkin, and that was
pumpkin.
it.
I saw that pumpkin.
You got a pumpkin? Yeah, holy shit! Actually, I did see that pumpkin. That was pretty fucking impressive.
You got a pumpkin.
Heather did it.
Disgusting son of a bitch.
Wendy and I fucking gutted that motherfucker, and then Heather carved it.
All up in them guts.
I really wish somebody just jumped on the stream as soon as you said that last sentence with no context, JP. Well, Heather carved it. We gutted that fucker.
No, we gutted it. Heather carved it.
That's what he said, just in reverse.
Oh.
Alexia.
Go to bed, JP. We've been off the last couple of days, mainly because yours truly got fucking COVID again, and it kicked my ass at the last minute.
COVID master.
This is twice now, fuckers.
Oh, I thought you've had it 3 times.
No, my son's had it. My son's had it twice.
That's why we didn't stream on Friday.
Yeah. And then the plan was to do episode 3 for the Star Wars Roundtable, but neither myself nor Basement were available. No?
No.
No. No.
It was never planned?
No.
So
well, it was originally, but like halfway through the week, we nixed it.
Well, stand by the fact that Basement and I said he will not be here on Saturday. We cannot do the episode.
JP,
it did happen.
I tune out half the shit you say, just for the record. So
I listen to every word. Everything to me. Everything.
I'm not agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
The rest of these motherfuckers.
I know.
Well, no, all I was going to say before this one decided to cut me off yet again is, yes, we did plan on doing episode 3 when we started the fucking podcast.
Love is in the air. It's gonna.
So
crash
we
and burn.
decided that when we wanted to do the roundtable, we were never going to do episode 3. We were just going to do 1 and 2 and then go right to number 4.
Wait.
Shut the fuck up.
That's what you said.
Now you're being dumb.
Why would you? Why would you
But
skip?
we did decide that we were going to do solo.
Give me like
Yeah,
a start of him, my shot. I'm solo. I'm riding solo.
So after we do 3, we're going to take a break. And then we're going to do solo and Rogue One.
Oh, we are doing those ones.
We're gonna have to fit Loki somewhere in there. That's
Loki's actually halfway done, and I won't go into too many spoilers. So far, so good, but it's definitely I have no idea where the fuck it's gonna go. And
I have watched none of it. I want to hear none of it.
I'm just gonna warn you about this too, Basement. If you one thing that it's really bugging me, and it's like an itch in the back of my brain that I can't scratch, is it's more time travel stuff that just I'm like.
Yes, just meld my mind with the fucking garbage piece.
I'm trying not to overthink it too much. But so far so good. It's an enjoyable ride thus far.
It's so dumb it might be smart.
It's so brilliant. It might be stupid and brilliant. What? We got a lot of people in the chat this evening. We got Alpha, we got Arzol, we got Federico, we got our good friend Jurgen Muyan and Aru Shinchu. Thank you all guys and gals for tuning in. Always appreciated. So yeah, we'll be back to hopefully a somewhat normal schedule. I think we'll be back Wednesday for our Noble Gaming stream. And then Friday, HGGM mode is back. I'm actually also still recovering from Halloween Havoc. Halloween Havoc was a fucking incredible show. I went back and watched a little bit more of it. I was like, holy shit. And then episode 3, and then right back to another episode of No Bucks Eve. We're dangerously close to 100 episodes of No Bucks Given, which is
Yes, we
fucking insane. We've been doing this for about 2 years.
100th will be the final episode.
What?
If Basement has his way, it'll be the final episode. We're still trying to figure out how to revamp this show to make it a little bit more appealing.
I don't know what you mean by that. I think it's a pretty appealing
I
show.
feel like we shot it in like a strip club.
Look,
Some
you asked me.
adult entertainment
Listen,
going on in the background.
listen. When you asked me to throw together a stream, I don't think beggars can be choosers. All right.
I am neither.
God knows.
Either?
No.
What?
What?
Huh?
Huh? Excuse me.
Happy Halloween, says Jurgen. It's a bit early, but
That's next week, man.
yeah, but come
Not
on.
either.
He's like Walmart.
Fuck, it's a week
person.
from Tuesday. Holy shit.
No, if he was Walmart, he would have said Happy Halloween last month.
He did.
He
Nobody
did
is
not.
listening.
So happy Hala Thanksmas?
There you go.
That covers enough. I've already seen Christmas shit in stores, and I'm like,
Yes.
and even
exactly.
and even I, like, I'm a Christmas fanatic, and I'm a big like Christmas nut. Even I'm like, no, a little much.
I don't know about you guys, but I honestly think Halloween should be October 1st.
I
Just
think-
mainly because the weather is better and kids don't have to wear fucking snow clothes
It's better
over
sweater
their
weather.
costumes.
So again, there you go. It's always been October 31st. Because
Yeah,
Right.
but it can change.
no, you cannot change All Hallows Eve.
We
You
will.
cannot- All Saints Day is the next fucking day.
We changed.
We will
Columbus
do
Day.
it. They changed
What?
Truth and Reconciliation Day here.
Hold on.
Well, that's
What?
fair.
What the hell's that?
We have to feel bad.
Did I just
for
open up a
the
can of worms?
We have to feel bad for the natives. Day. Feel responsible for the things you didn't do.
What was it? Guilt trip
Speaking
day?
of that, you
Pretty
want to
much.
know how many? Listen to this shit. I'm gonna find it. You guys continue to talk since we're talking about holidays.
Yeah.
Just you want to find out how many fucking holidays there really fucking are now?
A lot.
It
If
is-
you're
it is-
Jewish,
it
it's
is-
like every weekend.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Are you talking? You're talking like actual holidays, not like those national whatever day
Oh
things.
yeah,
'Cause
that's what I'm talking about.
yeah, there's like one for every fucking day for like the most obscure like Happy Bagel Day. Like what the fuck?
Well, today was National Tight Ends Day.
That's
Wow, what are we referring to here? It's
I need some
Day.
context clues.
For football.
Oh,
That seems
that
ridiculous.
still doesn't help answer my
It
question.
makes no sense. You're gonna celebrate a position in a sport
Alright,
that's a
we
national
go.
holiday? This is wild.
Want to hand my glasses? You ready for this?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, please do not go through every holiday in the year. I'll kill myself.
No, dude,
live
there's
on
literally,
air.
I'm not kidding you, there's like one every day of the year. And on top of that, there's some that are like,
February 19th through the 25th, Aromatic Spectrum Awareness Week.
oh, yeah, wow. Hi.
What? That's for like
One more time?
allergies or something?
Aromantic Spectrum Awareness Week.
What does that even mean?
I have no fucking clue. It's just a holiday, all right?
Well, you haven't been aware for that time frame. See?
March 21st through the 25th, LGBTQIA plus Health Awareness Week.
IA.
Yeah, it's
I'm assuming intergender or.
International assassin?
March, listen to this one. March 31st, Transgender Day of Visibility.
That one I've heard of. That one I've actually heard of before.
That's the one where a day becomes night. No one knows what the fuck's happening.
See
Yeah,
you.
April
I
6th.
see
April
you.
A week later, April 6th, is International Asexuality Day.
I don't understand.
April
Like,
13th,
why are we celebrating where people fucking put their dicks in pussies? Or why is that a celebration?
Wave
Hey, we
around
can
in
fuck.
the air like you just don't care, then you get arrested.
April 13th is International Day of Pink.
Where's Glory Hole Day?
Yeah, I think
It's in
JP.
there somewhere.
I think JP just said it.
April 14th is a day of silence.
That's the glory hole day.
April 26th is Lesbian Visibility Day.
No, Glory Hole Day is International Grunting Day.
May 17th is International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, and Transphobia. So it's only one day.
Hold
it's
on.
only one day that you can't be transphobic.
Hold on. This seems a little like, okay. There's a day that's against a phobia, like one day that's against.
Yes.
I'm not even making a comment.
I don't think people really even know what the definition of a phobia is.
Well, no, my point is
use that term. What if you are homophobic? You are scared of homosexuals,
right?
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense. It's been construed with "I don't like."
Yeah, I was about to say that. I think that the problem with that is that
that's the way they term it, but homophobia means that you are afraid of homosexuals,
right? And that
should just be called "I Hate Gays Day."
I was about to say that's kind of where it goes, is that the idea of this word phobia with a lot of those like sexuality preferences is misconstrued or misrepresented as fear versus like bigotry and hatred.
Yes. I feel like it's that mental health argument all over again, where it's like, we're just gonna slap some label on it. Doesn't really make sense, but yeah, we're going with it.
Happy Leif Erikson Day.
May 19th is Agender Pride Day.
It's also the day See No Evil came out. Don't tell Kane.
May 22nd
See No Gender.
Harvey Milk Day.
Oh, wait, whoa, back up. What? I just heard milk.
Harvey Milk
Day. He was a San Francisco senator
or governor.
You say gay man, right?
He was gay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sean Penn played him in the movie.
He was a movie about him.
So milk got milked?
Yeah. It's a day of milking. Right. Everyone just gets on a board and gets their dick fucking...
May 25th.
Mashed.
Pansexual and Panaromantic Awareness Day.
So Panaromantic is a new one. I haven't heard that one.
For the alphabet community?
Yes.
I thought that like that's Panaromantic sounds like you're in love with like long pictures. Like a panoramic
No. That's how you have to take the pictures for Panaromantic Day. It's you sitting with a frying pan, and they take a picture that captures the whole room in a 360.
Oh,
the entire month of June is Pride Month.
Yep.
I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
June 23rd is Stonewall Day. I don't know what the fuck that is.
What's the fuck?
Wait.
It's me every night when I just lean against a wall.
June 28th is International LGBTQ Plus Day.
Okay, so every day up to this point has like it's 90% either gender, sexuality.
Yeah, why are you reading this particular list, JP? Because I've seen one where it's like International Bagels Day.
I think it was somebody was being James Woods. I don't know if you know who he is.
Oh, I know him. Yeah,
he was being a smart ass. He found these.
Oh God! Stonewall is literally an event called Pride Live Stonewall.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna move on. July 14th is International Non-Binary People Day. July 16th is International Drag Day.
All right. Well, hold on. I've got ones that like, okay, what are we in? We're fucking October now, right? So like,
I'm getting there. September 16th to the 23rd is Bisexual Awareness Week. September 23rd is Celebrate Bisexuality.
I just don't understand. Okay, the
awareness
thing
with JP's list here.
I don't understand the awareness thing. We're raising awareness for bisexuals. Like people don't know they don't exist. What the fuck is this? Like it's like they're a fairy tale, fucking Grimm's fairy tales or some shit. Like everybody knows bisexuals exist. Why do we need to raise awareness for it?
I have no idea. It's just what they do. Entire month of October, LGBT History Month.
Raise awareness for jaywalking. That at least kills people, not people slamming dicks against each other.
It's called docking.
October 8th is International Lesbian Day. My fucking birthday is National Coming Out Day.
No. That's what happened when you were born.
I feel like the planets aligned.
October 17th through the 24th is Gender Fluid Visibility Week.
See it?
I do not want to see the fluids.
October 19th is International Pronoun Day. October 19th is Spirit Day, support for LGBTQ plus youth. October 23rd to the 29th, Asexual Awareness Week. October 26th, Intersex Awareness Day. I'm almost done. I only have 4 more to go.
I love how this
Well,
is what
5.
this is what
The
JP
entire
really wanted to
month-
start off with.
The entire month of November is Trans Awareness Month.
Yep.
November 5th, since it's Trans Awareness Month, why not have a transparent day?
Like, never mind. Oh, never mind.
A
Never mind.
transparent day. Just a transparent day, all right?
What about Transformer Day?
You could.
Oh, that's how you get to be.
The Decepticons
November
have
8th
finally been appreciated for their value.
Are you
November
ready to
8th,
transform?
November 8th is Intersex Day of Remembrance.
I
Now,
forgot it.
keep in mind that November 11th is Veterans Day.
Mhm.
I'm surprised they haven't changed that fucking holiday yet.
Mhm.
November 13th through the 19th is Transgender Awareness Week.
Didn't
And
we just
November
have that?
20th is Transgender Day of Remembrance.
Wait,
Those are all holidays. And literally, I can tell you right now that the LGBTQ community is trying to make those a holiday, make them a federal holiday.
No, they're not. They're
it's the same. They have
They
the same
won't
amount of
be able
holidays
to,
as like the
because
Jewish
the
faith.
federal government will
just
never get
every week.
anything fucking done because that's almost every day in the fucking year.
Well, I got better
I
ones.
work with this. I work with this Jewish woman, and she's never at work every weekend. And it's, look, it's always a holiday. I'm like, man, I need to convert.
So, I've heard not those ones because obviously JP's has a fucking theme, but I have this. There's this website you can actually look. It's nationaldaycalendar.com, where you can literally find it's almost a fucking excuse to celebrate anything on a day, right? So literally, it's now, at least on me and Basement side of the world, it's technically October 23rd. Canada or time zones, whatever the fuck. Like today, October 23rd, is technically the following holidays or follow national days. It is National, National Horror Movie Day. I just laughed because literally yesterday was was National Nut Day.
That's every day for me.
I will say this.
And then today is also National Boston Cream Pie Day, so it goes in tangent with Nut Day. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say because of what Aaron's saying. I will say this. I support all of those things.
Mhm.
I just don't feel that it needs to be.
I think people go overboard with the
The
holidays.
reason, now I have a cousin who is pretty much all of those things.
All of them?
Whoa, all of them?
He
Transformer?
He is trans.
You just can't afford the surgery.
My cousin's name is Optimus.
Now he will not throw it in your face. He will not come up to you, but he will tell me. You know, we get into our little arguments, you know, about the politics and shit.
I don't feel like you're a very confrontational person, JP.
I'm really not. I'm not. Come on, man. I'm pretty laid back.
I'm watching.
So-
I'm watching Heather in the background.
Okay, dude, anybody look at his Twitter, and you're gonna find out how laid back he is.
That's in fucking writing. There you go.
He'll tell me, he's like, you don't know what it's like. I'm like, no, I don't. But you don't go around. I don't go around announcing that I'm like heterosexual. Do you see the difference? And he would look at me and he goes, well, if I don't, then people will get the wrong idea. Just don't fucking say anything to them.
Get right.
I don't like the idea when people have sexuality rule their lives.
I've always had an inkling that he was that way because he's always been kind of
Flamboyant.
It's just I don't like.
It's okay, and it's okay. I support him in everything he does, but he does understand. I'm not against what you are. I'm not against what you are doing. I am against people throwing things in other people's face. Like this whole pronoun thing. Stop throwing the pronoun. You need to refer to me as they. Okay, they. How fucking dumb does that sound if you refer to me as they?
You're a plural?
You're a plural? What the fuck? You're an idiot. Did you even take English? They refers to more than one person. So you're more than one person? You have a split personality disorder. You need to go see somebody in a fucking hospital. because you're gonna fucking kill somebody.
Don't like when people prioritize like sexuality over like actual values.
Yeah.
It's like if your sexuality is entirely your person, then you are barking up the wrong tree for life.
That's where I'm right there with like, Basement took literally the words right out of my mouth. Like I'm fine with whatever you want to be and whatever you want to do and whatever you want to identify. I am cool with that. That's totally fine.
It is that defines who you are. You have a problem.
You have a shitty personality is what you have.
I think people just don't understand. Most people don't give a shit. Go fuck a tree. I don't care what you do. But when you have to flaunt it in front of everyone's face, it's like, come on, man.
I don't care. Do what you want. And I've told him this. I've had discussions with him. I'm like, Josh, I think you're missing. I support him, but he misses the point when I'm trying to explain to him. I don't like it when somebody tells me that I have to do this.
Nobody does. Nobody likes it.
Show me some respect. I had to deal with it with a fucking coworker. Motherfucker.
By the way, I can give you an instance of using the word they in a singular tense.
You can.
Mm-hmm.
Him?
Sure.
Or her?
No, I'm saying is like, let's say you're like, okay, let's say you want to hire somebody, right? Like, let's say you want to hire somebody for a job.
Well, you can use it singular.
Right. You're like, oh, that person will have to be, they will have to.
Yeah, they'll
Right.
have to pick up the stapler, or,
There
but
you go.
like you can use it plural, but it's so weird when it's like, I don't know, he went to the washroom. I don't know, they went to the washroom. I just like if you're gonna sit there and pick at the ass crack of literature so much that you're gonna fucking obsess about it, then just shut the fuck up. Nobody cares.
and for the
man.
record,
Most people do not care.
And for the record, didn't think we were gonna start this off with the show with this shit, but fuck it. The thing to what the fuck was gonna go off of that? God damn it! I had something on my track of my mind. Son of a bitch! I had something on the tip of my tongue. Goddamn COVID fucking wrecked my brain.
Pronouns they, them, his, her. How you respond to somebody. Most people don't care.
It's gonna piss me off. Nope. Oh my god. Damn it! I had it. Fucking had it. They took it from me.
I just feel like the people that want you to, anytime anybody wants you to conform to something, people will automatically rebel.
You got it.
I got it now. So the other part of it too is, and this is just my personal opinion on it. I also think that a lot of the stuff that you see and read on the news and online and stuff is a fragmented, skewed, blown up version of what the true community is like. And I honestly do believe that.
It's 100%. It's someone lit a fire in like a 5,000-mile radius, and that's the fire that everybody will see.
Exactly.
Even though it's just a small fire.
Basement says it best. They're the silent minority, or the what is
They're the loudest
vocal
group.
minority.
Yeah, they're the vocal minority. They're the loudest group, and they're usually the most extreme version. Then if we start forming our opinions on how we act as a society over the extremes of society, we're fucked. You always have to kind of like, you police the world over the extremes. You don't form societal values over the extremes.
No, and
It's
that's
completely
what our
opposite.
country, that's what our country.
That's what's
has-
happening. Yeah. That's why
If
you see like a small
if any
incident
of you are
explode
paying
and change the
any
world.
fucking attention to what is fucking going on, everything is extreme now.
Well,
If
it's
you don't-
not like the
like-
reactions to things are extremes because the extreme things are the ones dictating the future.
And also garner the most viewership for news.
It's
Yeah,
like
well,
the
it's clickbait.
eager race.
Right.
Everybody keeps saying, what Matt Gaetz did is unfathomable. It just goes to show that he gives no shits about anybody, that he doesn't give a shit about you or I as an American. He only cares about his agenda.
Most people don't care about you or I, and most of you or I don't care about you or I. It's only like
the
close.
problem with that.
circle.
We are voting people into office
Scary, isn't
to
it?
fight for us, but they're not fighting for us. They're only fighting for what they think is right.
I told you guys beforehand, I did an escape room yesterday, and there is a very good showing of how people in one scenario with one goal can't work together, and that's only fucking 7 people.
Oh my god, you're so
Yeah.
fucking right.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the world and people being like JP saying they're not fighting for us, nobody's gonna fight for you hardly ever unless it's your fucking significant other, close friend, or family.
Correct.
Other than that, whatever that's coming out of their mouth is usually the thing they need to say to help you go for them or vote for them.
Yep.
It might not have any value of doing anything for you.
Nope.
But this whole like, we got to get together. We're like, and then you do get like tribal fucking beliefs within our world now, but they're all built off of like a reaction, an extreme reaction to something happening, and none of it's like humanity anymore. We live in some like weird clickbait fucking world where everybody's looking for a handout and everybody wants to be heard, and nobody that actually has a sane mind gives a flying shit.
Everyone wants to be heard, but no one is fucking listening.
There you
Yeah.
go.
It's really the case in point. Like I've had constant discussions, debate. I don't even say fights because I don't care enough.
I will say this: the Trump supporters, I liken it to this. The Trump supporters are like WWE fans. They are fucking they're like Vince McMahon.
Well, whenever you have, if you're going to support a political
They are
figurehead,
tone deaf. They are tone deaf to what people actually want.
the Trump supporters are the same as the people that are like Biden lovers.
Yes.
Fucking like these people that are like, I'm going to turn this person into like an idol. Neither of them are good people.
Once again,
Why the fuck would you idolize them?
once
Literally-
again, turning into their personality.
I literally, and I showed Heather this. I literally said, thanks to Matt Gaetz,
This is
I don't know how I'm going to be able to feed my daughter if they shut the government down. And he goes, oh, it's for the greater good. So it's for the greater good that I can't feed my daughter.
Because he doesn't give a shit.
He's
No, well,
a
the problem
he's a
is,
fucking Trump supporter. He
so,
thinks it's a good idea. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen right now. When it comes to November 7th,
It's in like 3 weeks, right?
those 8 people that fucking did that will be gone. The Republicans will lose the House. Then we're going to get Hakeem Jeffries in there, who's a speaker, who will then side with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and the fucking squad, and our country will essentially become fucking Venezuela.
You know, the idea of that island, Heather, is getting more and more and more
just like, I
appealing.
mean, the biggest problem is you look, as like any politician, your job is to appease the greater population base.
I love how you're even
when
trying
the
to convince
population-
yourself by saying that
No,
out
but when
loud.
but when the population is so split, you're gonna fuck over someone to give a leg up to someone else, and the only thing that's gonna dictate where you go with that leg up is gonna be this fucking outraged media.
Yeah.
So everything that is like a cry of the moment,
Let me-
it gets
let
the
me-
spoon.
Let me explain this real quick. A little civics lesson for everybody. And for Basement, because I don't know if he knows how our shit works. The people that make the laws in our country, they're actually running our country. However, not every American votes for them. Only a certain amount of people vote for them.
They're only delegated by state. So it's only that
So they're
state that can vote
delegated
them out.
by district.
It's the same here.
Okay, so it's the same thing.
Copycat.
These are the people that are running our country. They're telling they are, and everybody's sitting there going, "We need to vote him out." I'm like, I'm from Wisconsin. I don't vote for a guy in Florida. What the fuck do you want me to do? I'm not gonna move to
Move.
Florida just to fucking vote for some guy I don't give a fuck about. The guy that I vote for, everything that he stands for, I stand for. Like, he is a carbon copy of me.
Whoa.
He believes in keeping the government funded. He believes in taking care of soldiers and families. He believes in taking care of the farmers. He believes in fucking providing a good infrastructure, which I do want a good infrastructure, but not at the account of making a city more beautiful on the outside than inside. You got to go inside, outside. You can't go on the outside in. You're just because you have a beautiful fucking
Main tourist spot.
roads
Skyline or whatever.
that looks really cool when you come into it. That doesn't make a city great.
Man,
Well,
I'm
maybe
so
from the
beginning to follow
outside-
this conversation.
when the people are actually like in this town, I can fucking tell you, not everybody fucking knows me, but it's congenial. Everybody says hi to everybody.
So,
And until you fucking get that, that's why rural America is the greatest place to live.
so from the outside, Toronto looks great, but
Yeah.
once you get in there, there's
It's
nothing but homeless. Smells like fucking shit the
New
whole
York
time,
City.
So I will tell
and
you.
nobody
city.
says anything to each other unless
So-
it's like "fuck you, man."
So I'll give you an example because the biggest city I've been to is the biggest city I've been to is Atlanta or Washington D.C.
ATO.
Yeah, well that might
Best
be the
airport in the business.
but no, the biggest city I've been to is Philadelphia. Actually,
I think Toronto Pearson Airport was rated the
how
worst
is
in the
Madison?
world.
Madison, Wisconsin is an example. How beautiful is it look coming into Madison without the
Oh,
construction?
it looks like all the fucking millionaires live there.
You get to the inner city of Madison, and it looks like fucking cesspool of shit.
I mean, I'm sure there's every place that has that too.
To put it into perspective for you, Connor, because you've been there or you've been close to it, you go into Madison, it looks like Times Square with how clean and set
Yeah.
up things.
All right.
You get past Times Square or even Broadway and go to like the more inner cities part of Manhattan,
Mm-hmm.
and that's fucking where we went to for Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
It's so
That's
crazy.
what the rest of Madison looks like.
It's so crazy because I've been to Ottawa here, which is where Parliament is, which is like fucking huge, right? I went there, but it looks like a fucking nuclear test site. There's
Yeah.
no people. Everything is clean as shit, but there's not a person in sight.
Boston. I think Boston, New York are very similar in that way too, where it's like it's the same city, right? It's the exact same fucking city, so it's not like you're even going to a different town. You're in the same city, and there are areas that look like a fucking like sultan or czar is coming in, and it's like the most glorious, like a gorgeous thing you've ever seen, and you go 3 streets down a one way the wrong way, and it's like, oh, so that's where all the heroin's coming from. Okay, cool.
You know
That's
what it
MC.
reminds me of? Fucking what's the movie? The fucking Beauty and the Beast, where everything's great, and then like he's walking down the path, and it shows one side and the other, and it's exactly like that.
I know what you're
Like
talking
one is just
I
fucking
wanna-
an alleyway of heroin users.
Because there was a thing, and this we'll move on from this because but I needed to get this off my chest because so Biden comes on TV, he goes and visits Israel when he had the Balchinian thing.
He's had that Balchinian for a while. It's just he's always wearing a suit, not a fucking
he has
lesbian sweater vest.
he came home, and then the very next day he said, "I'm going to ask Congress for $100 billion
Of course he
to
is,
aid Ukraine and Israel."
because money fixes everything.
So, well, number one, aiding Israel, fine.
I don't
They're
know.
our greatest ally,
It might be, but this whole thing's a fucking
and
mess.
and they pay us back. The reason why I don't want the United States to fund Ukraine anymore is because when is the United States going to see a fucking dime?
No, but this is
that motherfucker.
the money
or
being
that
put to
fucking country.
Ukraine. What's gonna happen with Ukraine is inevitable, in my mind.
Yes.
What's gonna happen is already gonna, like, you can fight it, whatever. All that money that's going there, I don't know if it's actually I don't think it's actually going there. Sure, some of it is, but most of it's gonna be like, oh, we lost it to the war. But instead, it's gonna go into fucking
Zelensky's
X,
pocket.
Y, and Z's pocket. Well, I don't even think it's going to his pocket. Some of it, but most of it's going to go back to these fucking clowns.
Oh, he keeps asking for money. He keeps asking for it, so you know some of it's going in.
I love how we can
Sure,
pinpoint the exact
but-
moment where Basement paid attention to the stream.
But he wouldn't be getting money if that money wasn't coming back to line the pockets of some of these fucking clowns.
Right, it is. I'm sure it is, and that's why they stopped it funding Ukraine.
Well, that's why everybody got upset about Ukraine, because once it's all said and done,
I support Ukraine. I full on am in hope that they can they could somehow come out on top. They have.
I don't think anybody should get bombed, but I also don't give a fucking flying shit anymore.
Well, they didn't see me do stand up then.
So I am of the moniker, help those that help us too, and not just the. Ukraine is the leech. Zelensky is a leech right now. He's asking for money because he can't fund a war. That's what he's doing. Then once we're done, France did the same fucking thing. Although France is like, well, we help you create your country, so we don't have to fucking help you. That's how the French are. Fuck them.
They give you the Statue of Liberty.
But yet, when you got invaded by the fucking Germans, guess who was there to fucking pull your ass out of fucking harm's way?
I mean, you can only fight so much with baguettes.
That's Robin Williams' skit with that. The French people are assholes. They sit there and oh, the Americans, they're so disgusting. Look, I give a cigarette to a baby. Nobody cares. What? Who's coming?
The Germans.
The Germans. Oh, America, I need your help.
Yeah. Welcome, my American friends.
I get that. They did us a solid, so we do them a solid. And then Vietnam happens.
And not a word.
Guess what? Guess who bails out the fucking French again? The United States does. When are they going to start fucking paying us back? Like, what the fuck? Hey, motherfuckers, my dad was an asshole. And I'm talking to all the French fucking people. My dad was an asshole because you fuckers didn't know how to fight a fucking war. Fuck you. The French
Would you take a croissant as reparations?
Hold on. They just surrendered for some reason.
If you're going to do that, you got to say, do you want a croissant?
You want croissant?
Oh,
croissant?
God, don't.
Today is my dad's birthday.
Hey, croissants are good.
Don't make me go on my fucking croissant rant again.
I like croissants.
I'm sorry. I just, that's where I stand with the Ukraine thing. So there's a huge difference.
I mean, I feel like the majority of people
pay us back. The French, the Ukraine is, we're never going to get repaid. We're never going to get a dime back of that money. It's better if they fall under the power of the Russians.
Well, it's what's going to happen no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know because even Russian soldiers are starting to.
Russian soldiers are.
I don't know. I like when it comes to Ukraine and Russia. I honestly, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. What's happening with Israel and Gaza? That's
a different angle.
It's so wild because the Ukrainian war with Russia has been going on for fucking year and a half or whatever, and I have seen very little. The Israel and Gaza, I've seen so much. I've seen way more, and that's been like, because something's actually happening there. I think a lot more.
And I agree with Paul here. He said personally, I think America needs to help America before we.
Well, that's why everybody's pissed off about foreign aid. Because it's nonstop, and even here in Canada, it's like, oh, money. By the way, you want to buy a bag of chips? That's gonna be $12. The fuck?
Yeah, yeah. And then they wonder why inflation's so fucking bad. Stop voting in the people that give.
Yeah, I'm tired of the giveaway money shit. It's like I understand. It's like, well, we should want to help people that are in terrible situations. I understand that, but would you be the person that gives away your paycheck to someone while you have a family at home?
Fuck no. My family first.
And would you be the person, all these fucking higher up Hollywood motherfuckers, to open your house and house 50 refugees?
You love how quick that turns right the fuck around, right?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, we need to accept them, but not in my house.
I know.
My fucking backyard. I hate that. I hate them kind of fucking people.
I know you hate her with a burning passion basement, but something my mother usually says is charity begins at home, and
oh my god, she needs to be beaten.
I still love how she's in on it now and she knows. She's gonna kick your ass. So but she's right though. Like I'm all in favor of helping others and helping allies, and I'm not even just talking just this whole geopolitical situation, but I'm all in favor of helping others. But at the same time, we kind of need some help here too.
Yeah, it's crazy because the actual the Canadian, the original Canadian populace, not what has come in the last 10 years, 15 years, which is a lot of refugees. The original Canadian populace were very fucking helpful. Like, they'd help people. People would be able to stay with them if like something's happening. People were very kind and generous. Now, if I can't buy bread, I can't let Saddam live with me. Okay, it's just not possible.
I don't understand which you won't support a country that thinks it's okay to drop 6,000 bombs on one city over the course of 6 days straight.
I don't see what you're saying.
Guess what, pal?
America does it.
I don't know. They don't.
Where is this?
It's either them
or
us. You choose. If you don't want the United States to get involved with the Palestinian, and the Palestinian people themselves are actually nice people.
It's a fucked up situation.
It's the terrorist group.
I can tell you,
like, there's anything about the fucking terrorist.
There is.
They're trying to take over the world. I don't think people fucking understand what these fucking ISIS wanted to take over the world. They didn't just want to stop at the Middle East. They wanted to do what Hitler. You want to talk ethnic fucking cleansing? That's what ISIS and Hamas and Hezbollah, that's what they want to fucking do. They want ethnic cleansing. They want to fucking clear everybody that is a Christian out. They just want Muslim rule.
Sorry.
So that's also what Israel's been doing to the Palestinian people for fucking last 70 years in Gaza. They put them in a strip where they have no food, no water, shitty living, 2.2 million people in such a small place. You know it's a fucking shithole. You know it's basically a modern-day ghetto. That's what it is. So when something like that happens and you get a fucking extremist group come out of it, who do you think? Of course that's going to happen.
I just pictured in my head Pinky and the Brain being in ISIS, and I can't fucking stop laughing because I just picture them trying to take over the world.
When it comes to this situation, when it comes to this situation, there is no winners. This has been going on for forever, and it's terrible. But the idea that, like, I guess I refuse to support a country that thinks it's okay to drop 6,000 bombs. I remember during fucking Barack Obama's leadership where they bombed a school. Oh, my bad, and that's all you heard of it. It's like we just saw the bombing of a hospital and it was huge news because America's not responsible.
They didn't bomb the hospital. Let's get that straight.
Oh, okay, that's the bottom of the barrel there.
I watched the news on that. It did happen.
So
However, it was one of the fucking rockets from the Islamic Jihad in Lebanon.
I don't think you can say that with 100% certainty.
I can say it with 100% certainty.
Because you were there.
I believe what I'm being told.
I don't. And I think
the intelligence agencies, I do.
A stray rocket bombing a hospital.
Yeah, well, yeah, you got to remember, Basement, they're also using equipment from the 80s.
These people are fucking using... So Israel built them. The Palestinian people built them a water pipeline. You know what Hamas did? They dug it up and made fucking rockets out of it.
Yeah, I'm not in any way defending Hamas, but Hamas is a very small group of people in fucking the Gaza Strip. And I do believe that Israel's held them down for a fucking long-ass time.
Well, stop acting like a bunch of fucking idiots. Israel will work with anybody.
I don't know about that.
I
highly doubt that.
I to watch Iron Man again.
I think that they will. I don't
know. I think there's no solving this kind of problem.
No, just call Tony Stark. He'll take care of it.
I will agree to disagree. But I think
people nowadays are more inclined to side with Jewish people over Muslims.
Actually, to be honest with you right now, I think it's changing. They'd much rather support a fucking terrorist than a fucking...
I don't agree with anybody that supports terrorism. I think it's a terrible idea. Anybody that supports Hamas is wrong. But you can stand with the Palestinian people and not support Hamas.
Yes.
But here's the thing. The Israeli government said, they told them, if you do not want
They said they were going to
harm,
retaliate.
we will figure out a way to get out of fucking northern Gaza. Because that's where we're going, because that's where Hamas is. If you don't want to get involved and caught in the crossfire, get the fuck out of there.
Where are they going to go?
South.
Boy, they can't go. It's only a small fucking location. You can only go so far. You're not getting past the border to fucking Egypt or whatever.
Maybe they were.
They were not.
They wouldn't fucking leave.
It's a small location for that many people. I don't know. I don't know. There's no effect. It's fucked. I hate discussing it because we don't actually know. We've known what we've seen, and you can fucking build them. I know the actual truth. The truth lives in the middle, somewhere in the gray area, and everybody's probably wrong.
So Hamas started this shit. Israel didn't.
Well, if you people,
this current thing. Israel didn't start this. Israel's not going to bomb somebody just to fucking bomb somebody. I don't know
I think this started 70 years ago.
Well, this started 70?
Well,
this started fucking thousands of years ago. When the Jews went to Israel because they were told by God, as I threw up air quotes, that people that don't fucking believe, that's what they were told. They were told to go to Israel because that was a land of milk and honey, right? That's what the Bible tells you, right?
A bunch of people are told to come to Canada, and they come here and it's like, well, how do you like the streets? Live on them.
Sorry.
Look, I am not against people. Period. I'm not. And I say I'm not against people because I am a good-hearted person. If I see somebody that needs, I wish to God I could give. Like I see them. We see them all the fucking time. I sit in the car. I see people with signs up. If I could give them $1, I would. If I could go to McDonald's and buy them a meal, I would. But I can't because they can't fucking afford it.
The way I look at it is like most people that have like a level of empathy or can and want to help people aren't ever in a position to really do so. Because the only way to get into a position to do so is to be selfish.
Yes.
To be selfish, because you're not going to make fucking millions and billions of dollars without being like, I need more. And it's not just like greed. It's like it's ego. It's like there's a bunch of things behind becoming like super rich. Sometimes it's just fucking luck. But like with this type of thing, most people will want to help. Most people, I feel bad for anybody that got fucking in the line of crossfire. The people that were at the like fucking, what was it, like a festival or something. Those people, terrible. Should have never happened because that's who they attacked.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should not be laughing at that, but you know
that's what happened.
No, but you know what popped in my head? Crossfire, you get caught
up in the. That's exactly what happened, and I feel like obviously
I am all for inclusivity. I am all for
Yeah, how do we get here from fucking LGBTQ?
I'm just curious as to usually when like a terrorist organization crops up, it's because of.
Hamas is
usually, but usually a level of like mistreatment. There's resentment, there's hate, and it's usually like a level of mistreatment that also goes in that.
Western civilization.
I also don't like Western civilization, but I also don't want to shit in a hole in the ground.
Right. I get you.
Yeah, no, not until you try it.
Hamas has been around for years. So Hamas, the Palestine-Israel thing has been going on for years, right? It's been rather silent. It hasn't really been.
But I find it like wild.
As far as hey, let's bomb the fucking shit out of them. That hasn't happened in a long time.
There's the world can only go so long. I mean, the Western world can only go so long without like a hot button topic that they have to like go all in on.
No shit.
It was George Floyd. It was COVID. It was Russia and Ukraine, and now it's this.
Did you hear about George Floyd thing? Did you hear about that?
Good. Yeah, George Floyd. It was released. Honestly, everybody knew this the fucking year after it happened that he just died of natural causes.
Not natural causes.
Not natural. Sorry, he was
lethal amounts of
overdosing.
fentanyl in his
He
system.
had heart problems and he was high as shit and he was fucking fucked out of his brain.
Yes.
The police usually need to use force in some way. I don't like. It looked bad with the knee on his fucking neck, but if that wasn't proven to have killed him, why is that still the narrative? That is because it was thrown in everybody's face more and more, and people just don't care on the follow-up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Same thing happened here with the fucking indigenous kids' burial ground. Couldn't find any bodies, so
shit,
whatever.
Yeah.
It's like whatever makes the news first. Everybody's too stupid to think.
Right.
Story of my
Everybody's
life, I'm
reaction.
gonna tell you something right now.
Let me react.
All right.
Fuck you, Joe
Lebanon
Biden.
was
You're
around
dumb.
longer, but the point is, Mia Khalifa can just go take a flying leap.
Well, I mean, the only thing she's successfully taken in life is dick.
You beat me to it.
I mean, you are not fucking wrong in that assessment.
Oh,
Mia
she's not
Khalifa-
fucking wrong either. She was fucking something.
She is from Lebanon. Her family is, but I'm telling you what, man. She's wrong. She's wrong. I'm sorry.
I was waiting for like follow up.
But in my lifetime, Israel has never done anything to provoke an attack. Israel just wants to be left the fuck alone.
I have a feeling like Gaza and the people that live there are just in like the shittiest part of the fucking world.
They
just stuck there because no one wants them on either side.
Nobody wants them. The problem is their government is run by terrorists. The government is run by the Hamas. They're like the Taliban.
Taliban.
They're
Come,
the
Mr.
new government.
Taliban.
But they've been in power for fucking years.
Tali me banana.
This is Israel's 9/11. It was.
It's not the same, in my mind.
I'm not comparing the two. I'm telling you.
That's exactly what you just did.
No, I'm not comparing the two. What I'm doing is telling you that this is their version of it. It is not the same thing.
That's the definition of comparison, JP.
Well, either way, I'm not trying to fucking say that 9/11 was not as bad as what happened. What happened in 9/11 is way worse. This is their version of it.
I just feel like what happened in 9/11 was
Somebody,
like, even if it was
what they never thought would fucking happen happened to them. That's the comparison I'm trying to drive here. I'm not trying to compare the losses of life.
No, but I'm just saying like on what kind of impact it's having on the world. So like 9/11 changed the way the world worked entirely. I don't know if this will. It might change the area. I don't know if it'll change the world.
So in an attempt to change the subject, speaking of
Please,
impact.
Yes, good segue.
Looks like Impact's changing its name back.
What was the name?
TNA.
Impact back to TNA Wrestling.
Impact. They gave Impact Wrestling.
So interestingly enough, Impact Wrestling held essentially their version of WrestleMania, not to compare, their version of WrestleMania, Bound for Glory, and at the end of the show, they did a hard cam cinematic video featuring a good chunk of their stars like Frankie Kazarian, Eric Young, and a couple of others who had been in the original TNA days, and basically announced, and there was a mini press release to go with it, that next year, 2024, Impact Wrestling will go back to its roots and rename itself once again TNA Wrestling.
So did not Scott D'Amore come out and announce that during the pay-per-view?
I don't know if I don't know if it was during the pay-per-view itself in terms of him making the announcement.
He came out during the pay-per-view and announced that they were going back to TNA. But then they did a presser after that.
No, they did
Impact
they
always
did the video at the end of the pay-per-view. I don't think he showed up on camera.
Well, he
Impact.
was there.
Impact always sounded like the name of the show.
Well, it was.
Yes.
So
Impact was the name of the show.
This is where things get a little weird. So what happened was TNA, obviously TNA started off as NWA TNA, because it was technically back when like NWA was in its dying days. No, it's not now.
Yeah.
Well, they purchased the NWA World Heavyweight title. If you haven't found out
borrowed
the
it.
history of that, go listen to Jeff Jarrett.
They technically borrowed it, but I'm splitting hairs.
Oh,
So-
they paid for it.
Well,
Go listen to Jeff Jarrett's podcast.
so then how did they lose it?
I will not.
How did they lose it?
Mm-hmm.
Go listen to Jeff Jarrett's podcast.
I'll not. I'll not do it.
No, because I know what happened. From what and I could be wrong, but from what I understood is that basically, with Jarrett starting the promotion, they
purchased the rights of the NWA World Heavyweight title
temporarily, well, and the tag team and I think it was just those two, the NWA World and tag team. Anyway, then they created the X Division, blah 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 blah. So then they lost they lost whatever happened as far as the fallout with that. They basically scrapped the NWA titles and created their own TNA championships, and then they started TNA Wrestling Impact, which is the name of the weekly show. As when good old not going to work for me brother Hulk Hogan came on board, they decided to rebrand the entire company into Impact Wrestling because they feared that the TNA name was bad for advertisers because of its association with the abbreviation tits and ass. And so that's why they switched it over to Impact
How
Wrestling.
would that be bad for advertisers?
Well, back, what was it, early 2010s, I think it was. And then
It seems like I'd watch it more.
And so now I think it's going to be interesting, but I mean, they have to fucking capitalize on this in some way. Unless there's some sort of like long-term plan or something they're going to do with it. Who gives a shit?
Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Is the honest to God's truth. And
They've lost too much of their fan base to AEW or WWE.
So they brought it back. They also said they brought it back for nostalgic reasons.
Which I sort of get, but that's such a narrow-minded. I mean, I like the early days of TNA. Like, give me the first like three or 4 years of it. Some pretty fun shit in there.
When they first came out, they were pretty hot, and then once they got AJ Styles was one of their first. Once they had AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, fucking Kurt Angle, fucking. Bobby Lashley, I think, was there.
He was, yep. Once Hogan got there, they jumped the shark.
They were pretty good.
And if they
it was a good alternative show, but go ahead.
If they want to become something relevant, at least in the scene the way it is with WWE and AEW, they need to supply like stability that AEW doesn't have, and also like the fucking. Like the wildness of what's happening in AEW and all the fucking turmoil, but they also need to present like a place where people that can't get time in WWE to shine. I think that's where they would do very well.
So I will say this right now. I think Billy Corgan
is a pumpkin.
I think EC3, who is
Is
now the NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Yep.
He'll end up showing up on TNA.
Nope.
You watch.
Why?
Because I think that's who is a business partner in this, why they're changing the name. I think they're going to try giving TNA a run again.
Corgan's got his own deal with NWA going to CW.
I think that's the deal. That's the point. I think that is the deal. He hasn't revealed what the deal is yet. He just said there is a TV deal.
TV deal and reality show.
So I'm just telling you, I think TNA is it. I think that's what.
But
it is.
let me just throw the speculation out then. Okay, I'm just throwing this out there. Corgan got burned from his relationship with Dixie Carter in Impact Wrestling.
Dixie Carter has nothing to do with this.
I let me get to my point. He got burned by Carter, so he split. As he got away from it as fast as he could, and he bought the NWA and did his own thing.
Yes.
Why would he go back?
Because it's under different ownership.
But why would he go back to work with somebody when he already owns his own company?
He's not going back to work for someone. He is a business partner in this whole deal. So he is going to have ownership. He is going to be an owner.
I don't.
Doesn't he seem like to be a hands-on kind of guy?
Well, that was the problem with the NWA when Corgan had it, was that it was so good at the beginning. It was very, very good, but majority of that was because of Nick Aldis. And I know not everybody's a big fan of Nick Aldis, but I think the way they presented him and made him feel important was at least, I thought they did at least a good job of trying to make him feel important, making the NWA title important, or at least trying to, and then Dave Lagana. I think those three factors were the big reason why NWA did such a good job at the beginning. I just don't see him going back working with Impact. I just don't.
I don't think he's working with them. I think he's going to be telling them what to do.
Nope. Because it's owned by Anthem.
I know this. Anthem is a production company.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also a failed video game.
But they own it.
I understand that.
Right.
But I think he is going to be a majority share owner. I think I just have this feeling that's what they're doing.
I think he's too stubborn to work with anybody else at this point going forward.
If he wants to make it, he better not be.
All you need to do is protect your pumpkins.
I was about to say, same guy who made Tyrus the fucking NWA's champion. So
Already likes to smash him.
Probably. Probably does.
They gave him his run at the end. Whatever. He's retired now.
We'll just have to wait and see.
We'll wait and see.
MK Kratos said, someone speculated on Twitter that what if Tony Khan bought TNA for Sting as a gift, which is really stupid. But if he did, he would just add an O and a Y. It'd be Tony.
Tony Khan has enough fucking problems.
He can't keep his locker room under control.
That's
I was listening. So apparently
Cocaine, hell of a
paid
drug.
the fucking cable bill at the fucking stadium. All the monitors fucking showed on the show, apparently, and I must have missed this because I didn't see it. It said to pay your bill, contact DirecTV at this number.
That and giving away BOGO shit is wild.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like,
for those who haven't heard, Big Show recently went to a local indie promotion.
The OVW.
And sat there and told the audience that if they buy one AEW ticket, they will get another one free.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm constantly seeing from new weekly shows the entire hard cam side, behind hard cam side of the arenas that they're in is completely empty.
Well, it's the discount.
So I've heard that BOGO thing before, and it's not the first time I've heard that, and I've heard they've been doing it for a while, and that doesn't fucking surprise me, unfortunately. You know what, honestly, and this is just my opinion. They're running venues they don't need to run, and I'll give you a great example of this.
They're trying to punch above their weight. This is what's happening in AEW's tail of the tape.
Yep. No, you're absolutely right with that. And I'll give you an example, I'm using, obviously, my state as an example. AEW usually ran what was known as the Agganis Arena in Boston, which was next to Boston University. It's a smaller venue. The typical one that WWE usually runs is what used to be known as the Fleet Center, is now called TD Garden, which I said would be really a problem if it was called Southern TD Garden. But that's where WWE has run all their pay-per-views when they're in Boston, all their big shows when they're in Boston, and AEW has ran there once before when they did, I think, Blood and Guts this year, which they did great, fine, whatever. But the Agganis Arena is about, I'd say, a third of the size of TD Garden, generally speaking.
I looked that up, and I think it's an arena of 5,000 people can fit into that. And that's for a hockey game.
For which one?
The one next to the Boston University.
The Agganis Arena, yeah. So and TD Garden's about, I'd say, 2 to 3 times the size of that, just in terms of overall scope. There's no reason AEW needed to run that venue. They didn't need to run TD Garden other than the obviously better location, more visibility, blah, 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 blah. But they could have just stuck with the Agganis Arena and still did tremendous numbers and had like a completely packed out arena. And they're doing this not just there, but they're doing it across the board, which I think is very stupid. Stay in those like medium-sized arenas and venues, and I think they'll be fine.
So we have like basically 3 stadiums in Toronto, right? One is huge. The other one is
You have
where
Skydome,
most
right?
yeah, Skydome is huge. We don't go there anymore unless it's like a fucking pay-per-view for WWE.
Right.
Everything else used to be the ACC, now it's like Scotiabank Arena or some stupid shit.
Yep.
There is where WWE lives with SmackDown and Raw.
Yeah. Skydome
That's
was
probably where AEW would go. But when I went to NXT, it was a smaller arena. I can't remember the name of it. It's the first time and only time I've been there. And that houses like probably like JP 5 to 8,000 or something like that. And that was where they belong. AEW. I think if it's the NXT arena, that's where AEW belongs. If it's just an AEW regular show, the only reason where I live that I could see them going to the middle arena is because AEW doesn't take place in Canada very often, and if it's going to go somewhere, we'll probably get a big. It's kind of like going to England, but a smaller venue.
I mean, but I'm just saying is that like if they're having trouble with tickets in general, I don't think they should even like. Kudos to them for trying to aim big, right, and doing it like slowly but surely. But I felt like
they didn't do it slowly but surely.
Exactly.
They did it fast.
I know that's the
way
problem.
too fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is they went from like 0 to fucking 60 way too quick, and it's like, well, why do these? And obviously the hard cam thing, Heather. Yeah, I know that's. I always hate.
But that's kind of like I don't like looking at the hard cam side and like judging attendance because they don't really sell hard cam side tickets very often.
So I can honestly tell you that when I've been to a WCW and I've been to a WWE. I can tell you the hard cam side fucking bullshit is just a new thing that they do.
I was about to say
because
like
not as many people go to the shows anymore.
Well,
the hard cam side is like a huge chunk of it is production.
I was about to say like it's kind of
but that never ever used to be a thing during the Attitude Era.
There was never a seat.
There was the hard cam side. There might have been like a little section, but there was people sitting around there.
No, I was
like you can sit there, and I think there's good seats to be had there, but they're always cheaper.
So way back, one of the first shows I ever went to was the Royal Rumble 03. And it was at the TD Garden, like I just mentioned before. And I sat on what would presumably be the hard cam side of the arena. Now, it wasn't on the same area, but I remember they had like all the production stuff was there, right? And as far as where they blocked off maybe like, and if you guys have been to a show, you know, they have like a hard cam like right in the middle of like the bleachers. Like it's like right on like the main like the bleacher area.
Like
they'll block off like maybe like a radius of like what, maybe like 10 seats, if not maybe like 10 to 20 seats. They won't block off the whole thing, but they'll block off like a chunk. Now it seems like they'll block off almost the entire like section, which is
so
just...
the middle of the hard cam side.
Yes.
All of the rows for the lower bowl.
Yep.
Are pretty much blacked out, except for like maybe a couple seats behind.
Right.
And there's like fucking black tarp that they put over there. But there's also like all of the like production movement happens on that side, which is why I think it's like a cheaper seat. You're going to see a lot of people moving in front of you and doing things.
But
that's why it doesn't get sold out as much.
What I was saying was, to Heather's defense, like she's right. Like there's areas that like it's even more like vapid than that, as far as more areas that are just completely empty. But I also don't like it when people, not Heather obviously, but other people on Twitter like, oh man, look at WWE or AEW. This whole area is completely like so. Like, it's not like you have to take that with the biggest fucking grain of salt.
I don't
like
look at any of it because people are taking it during like a mid-match where people went to get food or didn't fill up the arena yet.
Yeah,
I can't look at it.
Here's the thing: the show. It's all right. The show that Heather is talking about was held in a 22,000 seat arena.
Well,
and this is during Samoa Joe's match.
So.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
So it's a 22,000 seat arena.
But that is that the show after the main show?
No. This was live on air during Samoa Joe's title match.
And if you can see you can't see it on here. I'll pull it up at some point. Like you can see it tarped off in some sections, but like there are other areas that are just empty seats.
There's maybe
Yeah.
35 people sitting in that whole.
Usually
fucking
there's
thing.
a pretty significant spattering on the sides of the hard cam.
AEW essentially, and I seen it on Twitter. Go to high schools.
Impact Zone was worse. I've been to the Impact
Honestly,
Zone once when TNA, speaking of TNA, sorry, Basement, let me just get this real fast. When TNA was running in the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida, I got to go once. And it was surreal because literally the entire other half of the arena was not available. Like like the entire other half of the soundstage was completely, with the exception of 5 rows, everything else was production. They never showed that other side. And it was just like, I'm like, wow, they really do block off like a lot of that shit. So it's weird.
I feel like there's a stadium where like they used to be the D League, it's the G League now, but it's the Raptors Development League where they play. That is a great place. High schools are too small. I would say like colleges, universities, even here are a bit smaller, but there are like the third option basically is really where they want to exist.
Like the memorial auditoriums.
Yeah, like the where they can fill up a venue and have the atmosphere matter. Because once you get to a certain size and you don't have the people to fill it, not only does it look empty, it sounds empty and it's bad. It just looks bad.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to say, 100% to Arzola, 100% to his point is AEW really. The point of, I guess, like not failure, but the point of like where that company turned. Part of it was Cody Rhodes. Part of it was fucking not Bianca Belair. What the fuck's her name? Jade Cargill.
Yep.
And the biggest part is probably CM Punk. But that was the combination of things that really hurt them, and that's why you're seeing their audience kind of fall away. Which is wild because that should have never happened. Yeah, because they can't. They went so hard so long, and it's like you can only one up yourself so long, and then if you're gonna have like weird fucking like prepubescent drama going on in your brand, you're gonna run into problems.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%. But
Yeah.
I also.
He's Alpha 5 from the Power Rangers.
I think the
Oh no.
God damn, this one's stuck in my head.
The events that they have. If you better have a good reason for being in the fucking Yum Center, which seats 22,000 people.
Yeah.
The Yum Center.
I mean, if you're there for just a weekly show, you better have a fucking damn good
You better have a goddamn good reason to fucking. If it's a pay-per-view, I can full-heartedly understand why you would. But if you're just having a fucking weekly show,
that's my
where
point.
People can just watch it on fucking TV. This is why I
too
like
fast. Everything happened too
back
fast.
in the 80s, like the World Championship Wrestling that does weekly, or the Mid-Atlantic show that they did that was an hour long. They just do it in the fucking studio. You can still do your shit. You can still fucking have your fucking storylines. You don't need this fucking big elaborate fucking set. I've never understood that. I get why they do it, but I've never understood. It takes away from what is actually going on. Because I see more people talking about, why is he not getting an entrance? Who gives a fuck?
The thing is, it's an art form that requires presentation to be successful on a mass level. If it doesn't have it, the only people that are going to watch it, it's going to be in high schools if it doesn't have it. That's just the bottom line. It requires it to be as big as it is. So that, but like when it comes to like, when I'm looking at things, if I had to like make a comparison, AEW is the failed attempt at the DC universe.
Yeah.
Is the best I could say. They went too fast with everything. Everything was fast tracked.
Yeah.
And you wonder why things fall apart and the wheels fall off. It's like, well, we tried to build the 20-year legacy in 3. Where's the cocaine?
Yeah, that's really what it is. He's trying. You hit it right on the head. I don't know why he's doing that. He could have just slowly, built his product.
Because he's a super fan and not a booker.
No.
Anybody can book a wrestling show.
Why? I know
He's not-
why.
But if you talk to him, he's been booking since he was 13.
It's not booking. It's business thinking. It's the long term. Like, it's one thing to book shit, but if you don't have a business acumen or like a business plan that ties into it to have some sort of goal posting as far as like, okay, if we do X, Y, and Z, then it's not going to really mean anything. You could.
It's like, oh, I have an idea for Starbucks. I'm gonna release 50 fucking Starbuckses. I'm not gonna start with one. I'm gonna start with 50.
Shit.
Like
to your-
that's
no. To your
Yeah.
point. To your point. I don't know if you heard about this, but that actually fucking happened. Where like things got to a point where like Starbucks was expanding so fucking quickly that there was
they had to reel back.
there was a story where the CEO walked into a Starbucks and realized like how fucking chaotic it was, and they're like, nope, we're shutting down for a day, and they fucking did. They shut all the Starbucks across the world or across the country down.
Well, they also like, you have to understand the boundaries to what you're doing and when it's the right moment to move forward. You don't start a company at the like, you have to build an audience, and you have to build like loyal subscribers and people that want to watch, and you have to build a legacy. You can't do all of that overnight.
No.
I think Tony thinks that. I really think that he thinks he is doing a good job.
He does.
And to be honest with you,
You're Booker of the Year.
Well, no,
yeah,
it's
like,
not
but
even
why
that.
would he? Why would he
Every
believe
fucking
otherwise?
time, he says every fucking. If you ever listen to him fucking talk at a fucking press conference, he will tell you, "I think this has been the best show that we've ever done."
JP, I've been to almost every AEW show they've done in Boston, and he literally says that at every single one. Which
what did you do?
Well-
And I would love to ask him. I would love to fucking and enough with the softball fucking questions. What makes you think you're better than everybody else?
and that's when he being escorted out by the police.
What one thing makes you better than everybody else? Makes you better than fucking Vince McMahon. Better than Paul Levesque. I'm gonna tell you right now, Paul Levesque is making you look like a fucking fool right now. He is destroying you.
They have one thing that AEW will never have: their legacy.
Yes.
There's something that a lot of people remember, no matter what age. They just haven't put in the time.
Ironically, this is the exact same problem that TNA ran into in 2010.
And this is the exact same problem. Okay, so
WCW had
if you
part of this
look-
problem
if
too.
you look at Tony Khan and look at Ted Turner, you're seeing parallels.
Yes.
Yeah, but Ted Turner was more hands off, way more hands off.
That's a little. That's a
That is
little.
the only difference, though. That is the only difference.
I feel like
Tony's
that's
steering
not
the ship down, whereas WCW had a company steering the ship down because they didn't give enough of a rat's ass to. And then when
Correct.
because really, I mean, I get your point, but I think this falls.
I feel like
more
one
on
was
Tony's
a bank and the other one was a teller.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Wow! Yeah, I could. You know what? Couldn't fucking any. Yeah, nailed it on the fucking head. I think we've butchered wrestling enough.
Yeah.
Let's bash PS5, shall we? Because I have a gift that's I'm sure.
With that said, I'm gonna head out. I have to get up in the morning. I'll
All right.
let you guys talk.
All right,
and all that
JP.
good stuff. Have a good
Have a
night,
good
guys.
night.
Night, Jay
Stay
Pizzle.
safe, be well. Just
Night,
remember,
Pizzle.
everything will be okay.
Well, wait till you see this gift.
It'll
I'm about
all
to put
be
some PS5
all
talk.
right.
All right, PS5. Just wait for people's reactions to the gift. Ah, man. So PS5 games are getting way too fucking big, huh?
Oh my god, this was like as soon as PS5 came out and they're like, we're gonna give you 850 gigs or whatever it was, and we were already playing on PS4 and Call of Duty was 160 gigs.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh my god, and then it's like, oh, but also the software, the fucking operating system is gonna take up 150, so you end up with 650, 664 or something like that.
Did you see
And-
the GIF I used?
Mm-hmm.
And everything is, yeah, oh god, it's perfect. I think PlayStation has won the console wars by default.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
didn't do anything great. The other company failed.
Well,
But like
it's tricky.
Well, they decided to go a different direction.
It's tricky because like I think that like Xbox was at least tried to do or / is trying to do something that PlayStation kind of fell backwards on, which was the library. I think that they with like the Game Pass, oh my god, I think that's a huge plus for Xbox. But
so the biggest problem with the Game Pass is Xbox doesn't like the libraries. Some of it's there, but what does every gamer want? Just access to everything. We just want a fucking console that gives us access to everything. Most people, if you're sane, don't give a fucking shit about the console wars. I want to play some games that come on an Xbox and PlayStation, and vice versa. I don't understand why we're like cutting off the world from this. But when it comes down to it, I think the innovative side of Xbox is they're a lot smarter. They just didn't have the diverse catalog that PlayStation has. They have a lot of great games, but a lot of those games were like genre definers, and replaying them nobody cares to because you've already played 1,000 games like it. Halo, for instance, was a genre definer.
Sorry,
you have Destiny on PlayStation.
Zach,
so what the
I just saw Kratos and Alpha's reaction to the gift. Kratos is Jesus and the Alpha. What the factual hell? Listen, I typed in PS5 meme GIF, and that's the first one that popped up.
The funniest thing for me is PlayStation, I feel, with the PlayStation 5, is an overall failure.
Well,
I don't know if I'm alone there.
If you're all right, not having one because I can't judge because
I love the system.
The system is great. It's just
but it's a failure.
No games you can play on.
Which is unfortunate.
To the PS5.
They released a PS5 when they were still in love with the PS4.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I feel like that's been the last couple of generations, though, isn't it? Like they always in a rush.
No, PS3 people were having a lot of problems with.
No. Not.
They want to. This is another thing where they want to cater to like every audience, so they want to keep the PS4 alive as long as they can. But what ends up happening, and especially with the difference between PS5 and PS4, is now they have to release games that can play on both systems. Yep. Sometimes, obviously, it's been a failure. Sometimes it hampers what the PS5 can do so that the PS4 games can exist. And then when the PS5 games are exclusives, I don't think they saw the boost in sales as much as they wanted to. Because to this day, I think we have about 30 PS5 exclusives. And they're releasing a new fucking system. What?
Yeah.
How do you release 30 games for a system and then bring a new system in?
Which is funny because I think there's only been one console that I can think of, or the one company that's been a decent job of when they introduce a new console, there's at least one or two, or maybe more, decent games that you're like interested in playing in, which was Nintendo at the time. Not always, but I feel like they've at least have better like library quality when it comes to releasing.
The one thing I hate about Nintendo is... Sorry, go ahead, Heather.
With Nintendo, as long as they had at least a Mario game to launch with the new system,
or Pokemon,
people were happy.
Or Zelda. Yeah, well, they have so many fucking exclusive IPs that they can get away with it.
They do, but the console is so outdated. They just basically released a handheld PS3. Is what they released, and everybody buys it up. China's a huge market. A lot of them are commuters. It's a handheld system. That's where that lies. For us on the other side of the world, most of us play games attached to a console or PC, but we don't play handheld as much. Especially after COVID, where everybody worked from home and things like that were happening, where you had access to it. I just feel like this era of PlayStation. I'm not knocking the system. I think Sony has failed massively. There was a huge, and I had like a huge opportunity with COVID to do so much with the system that they did not do. With people stuck at home being able to play games online, they did not capitalize on that. In my mind, they did not capitalize on the like. Yeah, they went couch co-op.
Well, motherfucker, guess what? There are more people that are single living home alone than there are couples or roommates living together.
I don't understand if something is couch co-op, you have the co-op gameplay in mind. What you have to pay for is a server, and what you have to pay for is server maintenance. Yeah. Sometimes it's worth it if the game is fun enough to play. Cuphead. I'm just gonna say, and this is not PlayStation thing, it's just offhand. This should have been online co-op. That
Agreed.
game not being online co-op was a travesty. But I
That
mean,
game was a
beyond that,
travesty.
like PlayStation 5, I might as well have just kept my PlayStation 4 up until now.
No givesies backsies.
Until like I might as well have until this
No.
PlayStation 5. What is it? Slim or
Mhm.
what is
Oh
it?
yeah, they're making a
It's
slip.
going to be PlayStation 5 Slim.
Which is funny because I think Xbox is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's like just like it. It don't. It's if you look at the history of all the PlayStation consoles, once they invented the idea of the Slim, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I don't care if this console is half a fucking.
I feel this
Well, I guess
console is.
it's pretty big, but but like I'm fine. Like if it's the size of a computer, a tower computer, whatever. I'm fine. I don't care.
I don't care that this. I think this is a decently sized console, the PS5. Yes, it's bigger than the PS4, but you know what? The only way you could customize the PS4 was to put a sticker on it or paint it. This you could take the whole fucking cover off and put on a brand new color.
I do laugh at people who like spray painted a PS3 taped
But
to
I
a
also
PS2.
feel like me personally, I fucking don't give a shit if it's piss green. I'm playing the games. I'm not looking at the fucking console.
Yeah, it's true. It's like, oh, it's so pretty. By the way,
I'm not
I don't
playing it.
care
I'm
about what
looking
it
at
looks
it 'cause I want to play it, but he's in here and doing work, and I can't fucking play.
speaking of gaming, real quick, I completely blanked on the fact that Jackbox 10's out now.
Yes.
Um,
Jackbox
Released
10.
last week, I think.
Yeah, the 19th, which I was just thinking, that just popped in my head. We were talking video games. And real quick, just in case y'all are curious, because I'm sure we're going to be playing this really soon. The games that are going to be on there is TKO 2, which we've done before.
That was a fun one.
That was one.
Yeah.
Time Jinx, which is
I saw a video for that. That looks actually pretty fun.
So it looks like it's a trivia game. The goal is for players to get as close to the correct answer as possible when confronted with time-based trivia questions. Fixie Text. This sounds interesting. This is the game for someone who has felt the need to have someone else send a message for them. Fixie Text combines high-pressure scenarios with team coordination or chaos that culminates in some truly absurdly communication. That might be my favorite one, but there's a few other ones on here. Do Re Mi is the first time Jackbox ever created a rhythm-based game. Players will select their instrument, select a song, and then put their talents to the test in a performance that proves to be as wacky as could be fun. What's that?
It's Rock Band.
It's gonna be shit band is what it's probably gonna be, because I'm gonna play horribly. And
Gonna
then
make it fucking better.
Hypnotorious, forget everything you know about yourself and adopt a new identity. The social deception game will test the limits of the player's ability to inhabit a whole new personality. There's some interesting ones in there. Jackbox says, in my opinion, never let us down.
No.
For a good time. Hence, if you go look at our trailer, hence you hear Basement laughing his fucking ass off about the phrase blowjob farting.
It's a lot of fun.
They're always going to be dicks.
Because of Jackbox, that the amazing phrases of "she fucking escaped"
A lot of good ones.
And-
There's a lot of good ones.
and "I'm stuck, Sepro, help me"
Oh yeah, we had a lot
are
of
legendary on this channel.
fucking the ad-lib stuff that we came up with on some of that stuff. We were just fucking out of our minds, was the best. So, but yeah,
Some of us were sober for that shit too.
yeah, no kidding. But no, I mean, like it's a bummer with these like the fucking console wars in terms of like just I feel like it's all about pushing out the next big system, and sometimes the game quality falls back, or it's not developed until like a year later. If
I
that.
think the system sale. It's weird because I've seen this trend, and I'm sure this will happen again. The system sales take over the first half of the life cycle for the system.
Yes.
The second half of the life cycle of the system, that's where you get the really good shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that happens with PS5. I mean, there's a couple games out there now that are PS5 exclusives that, man, we gotta play fucking. I'm telling you, we gotta play Baldur's Gate. It's so
I
good.
want to, but I need money first.
Connor, you also need a PlayStation 5 to play.
You just completely sold me on how to not want to buy a PS5, and now you're telling me to go get one for one
No,
game?
I feel like now it would be the time to buy one. When they're releasing the Slim, you'll probably see previously owned.
Yeah. The original model, you'll probably see some pretty hefty sales.
Yeah, you'll see some previously owned options. I mean, PS5. I don't want to knock the system because I think the system's good. I just hate the way that they've moved forward with it. It seems to be based more on pushing. Like the first 2 years was that nobody could buy the system.
Yeah, because it was constantly sold out because they had an issue getting the computer chip because it's the same computer chip that's in the Ford F-150.
Which fucking destroyed the system from like the evolution of the system is stunted. What it can do and what it is able to do, it's able to put out some fucking good shit. Like Astro's Playroom or whatever it is that comes with the console.
Loves that game.
Yeah, but like what it achieves is something I haven't achieved on the PlayStation since. In terms of interactivity with the controller and the game, it's incredible, and that's basically PlayStation's Mario. It's a shorter game than Mario, but the interactivity is great.
And I agree with Alpha. They're putting these new systems out way too fast and close together.
Well, I hate the fact that if you can't, well, it's like, oh, we just managed to stock shelves with the PS5.
Let's make a new one.
Time for the PlayStation Slim.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But like, I don't understand because the pictures I see of it, it just looks like the digital version of PlayStation 5.
No, they're going to be doing the disc version as well.
Yeah, but it doesn't look any smaller.
The pictures can be deceptive. You might need they might be building it to look exactly the same, but have it be skinnier, and you're gonna have to see a side by side of both of them to understand.
So my question is, does it come with more of anything?
Probably not.
I think the disc option is going to have a removable CD drive.
Whoa, what?
That sounds terrible.
It sounds terrible, yes. There's some. It's all rumor and speculation right now. But they are saying the rumors are that the disc drive version of the Slim is going to have a removable CD player for the hard copy games.
Oh, I would never buy something with something removable. But also, when it comes to like the consoles, do people just live in cupboards? Just like, I need to save the 4 inches.
I mean.
No.
Hey! Don't knock 4 inches.
The age of the tiny house basement. Come on.
No, but like, okay, remember tiny cell phones were a thing before people were like, I need this. Who cares about the size of the fucking console unless it's like absurdly massive or absurdly small?
I think what they're actually thinking of are the people who travel a lot and like to take their systems with them.
That's
is one of them.
That's just buy a fucking handheld. Buy a Steam Deck. When it comes to,
I wish I could get a Steam Deck. I mean, it looks pretty cool, but at the same time, it's like there's like 16 buttons on this fucking thing. What the hell am I doing?
I'm telling you, if I'm traveling, I'm not taking my fucking console with me. That's just too much fucking work. I don't care.
That's why you get the Switch.
Yeah, the Switch works, and also, but the PlayStation, don't stop there. They fucking gave us the tablet controller contraption, but you can't travel with it because it's Wi-Fi exclusive.
You're talking about the backbone. That's not tablet. No, that hooks right into your cell phone.
No, they have a new handheld that is a tablet with the controller, like the center of the controller, gone. It's replaced by a tablet or whatever with the controller options on each side. But all you can do is stream your game from your console to it. So you can't travel with it unless you travel with the console.
God,
why in this day and age when the Switch exists, why would you do that?
The remote play used to be so much fucking better. What the fuck happened?
They stopped caring.
Why is it that I can remote into any desktop computer, but we can't do this with fucking play? Anyway,
that's how I work. But whatever. When it comes down to it, like,
for those who don't know what we're talking about with remote play, it's a feature that is on the PlayStation. It's been part of PlayStation since the PlayStation 3, if I remember right.
I think they might have given it up now.
Yeah. It used to be that you could be anywhere and hook into remote play and play on your PlayStation, the games that are on your PlayStation through your computer, as long as you had the PlayStation controller.
Or you could like play couch co-op games through remote play.
Yeah.
Yes. But now with remote play in the PS5, your console and your remote play, whatever you use it on, needs to be on the same internet.
No.
It's just
Um,
it's pointless. It's terrible.
I'm in agreement with Alpha and his comment. He goes, if I, for me personally, the biggest problem is that the new game consoles are getting made and put out way too fast, just like we were saying. The last console to me that had a decent lifespan to it was PS2. I would say
You know
yes.
what? I don't agree with that.
No.
I-
PS4 has the better lifespan. But I killed my PS2 within 3 years. My PS4 I've had for fucking 8 years, and it still fucking works.
Been
No,
around
but
that
I
long?
feel like the lifespan for consoles has kind of stayed the same. You get a 10-year, 12-year span of consoles
Holy
where
shit.
they last for that long, and then you
PS4's
have to
been
get
out
a new one.
PS4's been out for almost 10 years. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get the 8 to 12 years out of a console, and then the new one comes out. I feel like that's been the same for a long time. Some obviously changed, especially early in the run of video games.
I mean, PS2 was produced for 13 years, from 2000 to 2013. I mean, shit. But I was gonna say, like, I would say in the same lines of that. And how long was Xbox 360? I felt like that had a good life on it.
Well,
Yours
you didn't
have
get
a
the red
ribbon.
rings.
I meant in terms of like on the shelf. God damn it! Wow.
No, I mean,
only
as far as, like, consoles
11
go,
years. Huh.
I've had a ton of consoles. The only ones that really failed me so far were Xbox 360 and PS3.
Yeah, my
Those-
PS3 died a year after I got it.
Wait, which one did
Oh,
you
that
have?
was not bad. I had the big one.
Did
Yeah,
you have like
that's the
did
original.
you have like the original 80 gig one?
Yeah, the monster.
Yeah, the one that could
That's
play
all I
both
can say.
PS2 and PS1 games.
Yeah, I had that one.
Yeah, I did too. And then one of my lovely son shoved things in the disc slot and broke it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Um,
that one failed for me.
one that
I had the Nintendo Switch, and I've gone through like 12 controllers.
Yeah.
This is really shit.
One console that I have a soft spot in my heart for, and actually I just looked at the lifespan of it, was only around for 8 years, which was kind of surprised me. Was the GameCube. I felt like the GameCube was a little
GameCube was excellent.
It was.
Yeah.
I thought it was
One of
very
the best systems ever made.
underrated. And talk about
A lot
portable.
of great games, a lot of great original titles, a lot of great games. It was super portable. It had. I wasn't super in love with the controller. It was made for baby hands.
Man, that
but
controller was funky. I thought the N64 controller was kind of tricky.
it's
at
a
first.
better controller than N64 because it doesn't have fucking a space for 3 hands.
If you love symmetry, yeah, I was gonna say if you love symmetry, fuck you.
Mhm.
Oh man,
GameCube was one of my favorite consoles. Honestly, it's really good. It's probably my. It's not a Super Nintendo, and maybe N64. It's my favorite.
you know Casey's Raw's ears are burning right now, right? We're
Oh,
talking about
God, yeah.
consoles.
You know they are.
The only other thing I really have on the docket here was about apparently Will Smith reacting to fucking Jada's
That's a
Auto-
whole mess.
biography. Like I don't even know what the fuck the
that
deal is.
family should just kill themselves.
So
That's the way I
I
feel.
pulled up the article real fast for a reference point. Not that I'm really too invested in this, but apparently Jada Pinkett Smith saw several confessions while promoting her new memoir, Worthy, including that she and Will Smith had been separated for 7 years. This is what? Smith finally Smith finally responded to all of Pinkett Smith's revelations, saying the memoir kind of woke him up. You mean like a slap in the face?
Yeah.
The
I just
article
don't understand
the
why
article
this family is so public.
The article paraphrases Smith, writing that Pinkett Smith, quote, had lived a life more on the edge than he'd realize, and she's more resilient, clever, and compassionate than he'd understood. Definitely clever. When you've been with someone for more than half your life, a sort of emotional blindness sets in, and you can all too easily lose your sensitivity to their hidden nuances and subtle beauties.
I think she's a monster, to be honest, and I think he's an idiot. And that's the way I look at their relationship. But also, it's like, what the fuck? When did Will Smith's family become the Kardashians? Because that's the level of
when Jada
level of
started
exposure.
making herself more popular than she
oh,
is.
because she had no future and she was a terrible actress and everything she did was terrible.
Yeah.
All right, fuck him. I don't get the family. I don't get him. I don't get her. I mean, she seems like she's miserable and wants to get the fuck out. I don't know if it's a power play or what the fuck it is, or like because of the money or.
Her whole problem is she can't be with Tupac anymore.
Oh my god! Fucking hold on. I need to find the meme. Hold on. I need to find the meme, and I need to post it. Hold on. Oh god, it's the best.
Is it the one where Tupac's been alive all the time and it's Jada dressed up as him?
No. It's even better. Hold on. Oh my god. Yeah, here it is. I found it. Give me 1 second. I'll throw it up on the screen in just a moment for everybody to see, and then wait for a basement and Heather's wonderfully delayed reaction.
At this point, when she sat there and said, "I was surprised he called me his wife when he slapped Chris Rock," it's like, bitch, why the fuck didn't you say something then?
There we go. Just let that.
Fuck that bald demon.
I'll wait for everybody to see the reaction on this one.
Okay.
I definitely hate her.
I
know I already hate her.
Wait for it.
A bullet Tupac actually dodged.
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
There's that one, and the one where Will Smith is like almost crying face, and he sits there and he says, "When your wife's a bitch, but you can't kill her because then she's just gonna be with Tupac."
Tupac. Oh my god.
Oh, what's that? One of the Wayans brothers like stand up with about her is fucking hilarious. I'll show it to you maybe when we're done.
Oh man,
Okay.
that's pretty much all I have on my list. Unless there's anything else anybody else wanted to bring up.
Oh, this goes with the space of games. Really, I shared an article about Alan Wake 2 for the PC in Discord here. Apparently, you need a monstrous computer to play this game if you want to have the ray tracing ability for the lighting.
Interesting. Okay.
Hold on.
It's weird because like throughout my whole life, there's been like this debate of like PC master race. I've been a PC gamer. It sucks. It sucks, and the main reason it sucks is because the PC is not just made for gaming. Even if it's gaming PC, it's meant to do other things. So certain things you do on that PC, whatever they might be, might fucking impact your gaming experience.
I will.
Like,
if you have more than 5 pictures saved, that game you are playing is gonna lag like a son
I
of
opened Google Chrome and everything burned. It's like, fuck, man.
Braids.
Exactly. But here's the specs for not using any.
I might play this. I might play this on the channel. I played the first one.
You might as well. From what I've seen of the trailer of this game, it looks really good.
Yeah,
But,
I missed it big time.
Yeah. The recommended specs state you will need a Ryzen 7 3700X or Intel equivalent CPU.
I'm out.
A GeForce RTX 3060 or Radeon RX 6600 XT.
I'm out.
16 gigabytes of RAM and 90
What?
gigabytes SSD storage.
Hold on. How many gigs of RAM?
16?
16.
Ooh, shit. Yeah, that's no. The standard for most like bare minimum
so,
laptops is 4.
I've got the RAM. I don't got anything else.
Yeah, I have drive a RAM.
Oh, so you have to buy a fucking $6,000 computer to
Right.
play a game that
Correct.
you might not like.
If you want to
This
use
is
the
why,
ray
yeah,
tracing, you need a
fine.
more powerful GPU, such as the GeForce RTX 4070 or the Radeon RX 7800 XT.
Wait, basement. Did you just say you have to buy a $6,000 computer, please? My God, they are like the consoles now.
They are.
Well, the console's a lot cheaper than that. I'd rather buy a dedicated system than buy a multi-purpose and just rely on it.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather buy a
Agree.
$1,000 to $2,000 computer that is a gaming computer.
Right.
Meanwhile, I might use it for like
Yeah.
I might use it for like regular gaming, but I won't use it to play like brand new games.
Well,
And then I'll pay $500 to buy a PS5 or whatever.
Give
I think it was
give me a basic like Chromebook or a very basic computer to do like the main stuff for like work essential stuff, internet, and blah 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 blah, and then save the monstrous mega behemoth of the computer for the gaming stuff.
Well, if I can play this game on a $600, $500 PS5, whatever it was, if I can play it on that, why am I buying? Like, I mean, my phone is a
computer,
my
yeah.
phone is a computer, so
Yeah.
why? Like, I mean, when it comes to PC gaming, I've always had problems with PC gaming where it's like, oh, I bought the game, I played the game. For some reason, the game's not working. Now I need to understand everything in the world to fix this. It's like, you know what was wrong with that? You had VSync on. Suck my fucking dick.
Help buy
All I wanted
basement
to do
is
was play a
PC.
game.
Super chat's enabled.
It's like all I wanted to do was play a game, not learn fucking how to build a computer and what everything means.
Yeah.
I mean, subsequently, like in the past, I learned a lot about fucking computers just because, like back when like emulation was a thing and all that stuff.
I will say the PC
When I
mods.
when I first got into World of Warcraft on my first Alienware, I'm sitting there trying to figure out why is this game running so slow?
Why is the game closing randomly?
Turn down the smoothing rate. What the fuck is a smoothing rate?
I have to.
Yeah, I just hate the idea that it's like, yes, you might want to be a PC gamer, but have you ever wanted to do a 4-year course in computer engineering?
Jesus Christ!
No, thank you, man.
20 minutes, because that's all the time you have.
Smoothing course sounds like a smoothie bar down in the area of how many I consume in 1 month. By the way, just this popped in my head too. There is a YouTuber whose name is Low Spec Gaming, and it's a fucking hilarious channel because what he does is
I think I've seen this.
He plays PC games at the lowest possible specs, and it's the best shit because everyone looks like fucking blocks and everything. It's the funniest shit.
But I mean, we tried to play I tried to play Halo with you guys, and my system could run it. Everything was fine. And then all of a sudden the terrain started to like extend into the universe. I'm like, okay, well everything I'm looking at is polygons.
Fucking geometric dome showing up for no reason because I was playing on PC too.
Yeah, PC is like if you want to play games but you have all the time in the world to fix problems, you're a PC gamer. That's the way I look at it. Or you're the person that loves fucking computers and you know everything. But I'm a simple fuck. I work. I do not have time to do all this other shit.
Yeah.
Give me a console 100% of the time. And also, I prefer. I don't know about you, but I prefer a controller.
Yeah.
The fucking keyboard. I'm on a keyboard all day at work. Do I want to be on it when I'm playing games? Not really.
I feel like I'm using it as a fucking Excel spreadsheet.
Also, I can like fucking lie down and play with a controller. I don't have to sit up like I'm at work.
Well, plus you have like more like there's not with me, but there's less opportunities to fuck up with a controller than would be like in a giant keyboard. It's like, I hit the wrong key. Oh, god damn it, I need or son of a bitch, a dildo's being shot by Amazon now. God damn it.
And I played a ton of games that like are super comprehensive with the controls. There's a way to always do it with a controller. Fuck, I played World of Warcraft with a controller and I enjoyed it way more than playing with the keyboard and mouse.
Which is funny because it's usually an Xbox controller.
When I got the controller to play Halo with you guys on the computer, I was tempted to download World of Warcraft and try playing it with the controller.
Oh, it's great with the controller.
I'm sure.
And it actually works with a controller because you can kind of map. It maps automatically, but you can map it really well yourself.
Yeah.
Controllers are fine for most games. If it's a strategy game, like a map strategy game, like World of Warcraft, not World of Warcraft, the one you're thinking of, but like the strategy version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like what was the not Star Wars, Star or something? StarCraft. Those type of games, give me a fucking computer.
Yeah.
Anything where I have to like select a group of things, give me a computer.
Computer, yeah.
Yeah. But all right, I think our political rants took up more time than we thought, but I think other than that, we got anything else?
Don't download Spider-Man 2 to your PS4.
Don't?
Oh yeah, I heard it's breaking consoles or not.
Oh god, the videos I've seen of people doing the PS4, doing the PS share. Oh god, it's like.
Hey, but this is the problem. Why not just release it for PS5? Cyberpunk was the same. They should have learned. They're trying to keep PS4 alive as much and still keep people buying the game because it's the market. But if you buy it and you can't play it, what the fuck's the point?
Yeah, exactly. There's pictures of PS4s on fire because of fucking
Well,
downloading this game.
if we're at the point where the PS5 has come out with a new console, they should stop releasing games for both.
Yes.
Unless it's like an indie game or something.
Yes.
Fuck you, Connor. Get a PS5. Sell your Xbox. Sell everything.
No,
Never.
never.
Sell
I
your
haven't
body.
touched that thing in a fucking year now. Jesus Christ.
Sell your body in the streets.
Billy on the streets. Anyway, I think that's gonna wrap it up. We're good here. You got everything? Bitchin'.
Yeah, we got everything.
All right. We'll be back presumably Wednesday with either Diablo, maybe Jackbox 10.
We'll see.
Whatever we can think of in the meantime. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, all that fun jibber jabber. Rate us on your favorite podcasting platforms so we can get out there to the masses. I want to thank everybody for the whopping amount of people who joined us. If you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up too. And coming in just the 2-hour mark. And then we'll see you guys really soon right here on the channel. So until then, peace out, y'all.